I'd like to tell you a story tonight. It's a story about progress. You see, before I went to bed last night, I told Siri to wake me up in 8 hours, and it did. I'm sure many of you used Apple Maps or Google Maps to get here. Progress. But there's one area that doesn't have a lot of progress, and that's hiring. We hire people the same way we did in the early part of the 20th century. We look at a resume and we guess. We use our gut feeling and our intuition, which really isn't a good way to do anything. Do accountants use intuition to do numbers? I think not. And if they did, they're probably in jail. Check out Enron. My name is Andrew Lee, and I am the CEO of Career Unlocked. I have 12 years of experience in the recruiting and staffing industry, and I've worked for some of the largest organizations in the entire world. Tonight, I want to present to you a revolutionary product that is absolutely going to change the way in which we hire. That product is called First Look. First Look is a video pre-screening process that has hiring managers ask 3 to 5 pre-screening questions to the candidate. The candidate gets it on their iPad, their phone, their desktop. They answer the questions, but before it gets back to the hiring manager, we have a proprietary algorithm that ranks the candidate's answers so that the hiring manager doesn't waste time interviewing the wrong person. Why is this important? Because it costs $4,000 per candidate to acquire a candidate. And when a candidate doesn't work out, it costs $20,000 of the candidate's annualized salary. You take that over companies, that's millions of dollars. Our addressable market is $50 million, and we're looking specifically at the southeast part of the United States, focusing on call centers and recruiting firms. We'll use a subscription model to make our economics predictable. Tonight, I'm looking for investors who actually want to change hiring and change the way that it's done. I look forward to answering your questions.
Hey, Andrew, what's the current status of this? Have you built any of this product yet, or just looking to get it off the ground?
We're currently in development, and I have my partner back there, Saurabh, who's actually working on the development of the product right now.
At the moment, are you currently working in the recruiting industry, and this is something you're working on the side, or is this your full-time gig right now?
Not right now. It's not a full-time gig. I'm currently working in the recruiting industry and frustrated every day. I just had a situation today with a hiring manager who I sent a write-up to in the resume, and he looked at it and he was like, well, can the person do the job? I'm like, did you read? But the real question is, I've been working so long in this industry, and I've seen this as a problem. It's a guess. Hiring managers are guessing every time, like, I hope he works out, or I hope she works out, and we don't have a way to quantify that. Every other aspect, accounting, IT, we have ways to quantify. They code, they use tables, actuary accountants use actual tables, but in hiring, we use our gut and intuition, and clearly it's not working. There was a survey done by PwC that said only 13% of those in the workforce right now are actively engaged. That's bad hiring. And it's coming down on companies, and they're losing millions of dollars each year, and it has to stop.
In terms of the market and your go-to-market, how will you address your go-to-market and your ability to access clients and customers?
So I've spent the last 10 years, the first part of my career, I was recruiting. I still do part of that now, but I've sold to some of the largest organizations in the country. So I have standing relationships with large enterprise organizations. So I would use that, I would lean on that. But I would also hire a sales team. You need to hire a sales team, and I myself would be doing the age-old cold calling and calling on customers. We would also have a strategic marketing presence as well. Probably we would use the social media to help us out there.
Who comes up with the questions? What are the questions, the screening questions that you're ranking? Where do they come from, and how are you intending to correlate them for data for selling later on?
So it's that's a really great question. So what happens right now is recruiting agencies go out to companies and they just listen to one hiring manager and they say, "Yep, I've got it. I understand everything you need," and they don't take a holistic approach to the company. What we would do is we would ask the hiring manager specifically questions like, "How are you to work with?" We would ask them not know so much about the job description. That's fine. We can get that, but what are you like? Are you a micromanager? If you're not, fine. But we want to really understand the company and the hiring manager because that's the person that's actually going to stick in that job. Was there a question up there? Oh, sorry. Thank you.